Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch and my producer, Nick. Nick, the fucking holidays are over. Can you be more thrilled?
Yes, I can. I love that they're over. I love that I don't have to see my family anymore and have to bet and have to smile through shitty gifts and terrible jokes and
Oh
not
my
and
God.
and subpar food. Um, I'm very happy I'm not home anymore. Oh God, it's so much nicer.
Oh my God. I bet. I bet. I kind of gave up on the holidays this year, and I don't know why. We took a few weeks off because it was the holidays, but
Yeah.
and in last podcast, I had talked about how I hadn't bought much for Christmas, and I was probably going to get a bunch of shit like last minute. I didn't. I ended up I wrote my kids fucking checks, right? So I told them because it was cold. I didn't leave my fucking house for over 2 weeks. Like I
Oh,
realized I stepped foot
oh.
on the porch and I grabbed the mail, but I literally did not get any further than my front porch in over 2 weeks. And that's what this time of year, the holidays, the fucking cold weather, um, the winter blues. And I'm just like, I can't do it. And I bought them a couple little things, but then like the day before Christmas, I told them, I said, well, it's cold, it's icy out. I probably won't go to the bank. I said, well, I'll probably just write you guys a check. So Christmas morning, I give them their little gift bags and the boys open it. And Conrad looks, he goes, you legit just wrote us a check. And I said, well, yeah, just take that shit to the bank. I mean, I bank in town. You could just take it to the bank and cash that check. I don't know. I feel like
And
going nowhere.
yeah. Well, yeah, because like I remember what was it? They had that whole like winter blizzard thing happening as well,
Yes.
which in Tennessee
Yep.
we had as well. I think the day before, what is it? The 23rd we had our little family get together at my cousin's house. And it was like 0 or -2. Like it was terrible for us. Like we don't experience that down there ever. It's very rare. So it was pretty miserable just trying to leave the house and go and go to the house, go to his house, and and hang out and things like that. So that was pretty miserable that day. And it seemed like, yeah, it's like from that point on, it was cold. It was like around freezing the whole time until after Christmas. And it was just, yeah, just kind of miserable.
Yeah.
But eh, gosh, yeah,
I,
it
I
was,
don't
it
know.
was bad.
This year was bad. And you're right, because we got, God, it got like with wind chill, it was like -20 here. Nobody wanted to fucking go anywhere. Yeah, I didn't even put a tree up. I didn't even put a semblance of a tree up.
Ooh.
Oh, but that was something that I did a couple years ago. God, they don't even know how old they were. I had gotten these two like miniature, and when I say miniature, we're talking about a foot tall um Christmas trees that were just kind of supposed to be decorations you put up, and I never put them out. Put those in my kids' Christmas bags with their checks. Here's your tree, and here's your check. I kid you not. I sure shit did. Merry Christmas,
That
puppies.
is, I mean, it's thoughtful, but also it's like like the minimalist thing you could do. And like I understand, like no, like and like all my friends are the same way. This just seemed like this year was just the pits.
It just bad.
Nobody wanted to do anything. Nobody wanted to be around anybody, and it was just terrible all around. So yeah, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah,
Oh man, it
it
was
was. Yeah.
it was funny because Dion, like whenever when me and Dion did a podcast one time, he's like, "Man, fuck this weather. I need to get a place in South Beach." I was like, "Listen, do you want to go have these on like on a month-long Airbnb in Miami?" He's like, "Let's fucking do it." I'm like, "Let's do it, man."
Yep. Yep. And that sounds perfect to me. My kids are older. Unless I have little kids or attended, religious services, there's no reason for me to be here. I don't have little kids. I don't go to church. So why not go someplace fucking nice and tropical and spend money on myself? Yeah, I am just so thrilled that last year is over with. I couldn't even tell you how much.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you how much.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, right there with you. But yeah, I'm glad it's over with. Glad it's 2023 now. Yeah, and sorry for people who are wanting podcasts. It just yeah.
Hey, don't
You
apologize.
know.
They fucking know we hate the holidays.
Yeah, it was just being with family and scheduling things and
Yeah,
like so
yeah,
many things going on. And then you get to that weird Bermuda Triangle of time between Christmas and New Year's
yep,
where you don't know what day it is and you don't know how long you have until New Year's, but you know it's next.
yep,
You just keep drinking until it's like the next year. That's all you do. So
exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what we do.
yeah.
That's exactly what we do. But I did do one thing at least a little nicer for my kids. I was so yeah, Christmas was kind of a bust. I did end up kind of adopting a cat. I thought I adopted a cat. There was this fucking Siamese cat that's been coming over and like eating the food on my porch, and it wanted to come in because it was fucking cold out. And so I got it. It would come in, be here for days, and then it would disappear for days. And I'm like, this fucking cat probably has another family. Well, this has been going on for the last few weeks, right?
Yeah.
And he gets along with my other cats. He sleeps with me. Well, he left this morning, probably not this morning. It was this afternoon, probably about 1 o'clock, and he didn't come back. And it's dark now. It's getting cold. It's like 30 degrees. So I go outside and this just happened. I'm walking up and down the street that I live on. I'm in my bathrobe, my slippers, and I'm like, meow, 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 meow. Kitty, kitty, kitty. And somebody yells out their door, it's not your cat. I'm like, okay, I guess he has a home. Now I lost my motherfucking cat. I had a real pretty Siamese, but I guess he had a home.
That cat is a whore.
I know. I was like, we're giving him treats and shit, and
every couple of weeks, every like 7 days, he goes to another fucking family's house and like cuddles with them, makes nice with their pets, eats their food, and then goes on.
Yeah, because I told the boys, I said, this cat has to live somewhere. For one, it's a friendly cat. I said, for another, it was like -20 outside, and this cat ain't dead. It was going somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. But yeah, evidently it's not my cat. But they better keep that cat inside, because if he shows up again at my door, I'm going to let him in. And this time I won't let him go out. So he'll be my cat. You watch.
There you go.
You watch. But no, I decided to get the kids some fucking Dave Chappelle tickets. So I'm in Indiana, and Dave Chappelle was having a New Year's Eve show in Columbus, Ohio, which is only a couple hours from us. So I thought, okay, I knew I wasn't going to get them much for tickets. And my youngest had told me that he wanted to go to this show. And I said, well, who are you going with? I fucking love Dave Chappelle. And he goes, well, I don't know who I'm going with yet. I said, fuck it, I'll buy tickets. So for me and the two boys, I was looking at tickets. The tickets were on sale from Ticketmaster. And they had tickets ranging from anywhere from like 99 clear up. You could get tickets that were like $1,000 for certain seats. And, but my son always uses SeatGeek.
Yeah.
And so I was checking tickets everywhere. And although Ticketmaster still had tickets, I started checking on SeatGeek. And they had this one package that was for, let me pull it up here. It was for a deluxe, like a premium deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, SeatGeek here, because I gotta word this shit right. A premium deluxe with a hosting, an itemized. So it was a VIP package, premium seats, itemized itinerary, merchandise, and a hospitality that included food and beverages.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Okay. So the tickets, the breakdown, and I get it. We were getting it from SeatGeek. The tickets themselves, with all of that, the merchandise, the everything else, was $696 a piece for 3 tickets.
Yeah.
Plus, you got SeatGeek's fee, which is
God.
another $224 per ticket.
Jesus.
Plus, you have delivery fee. So my total was $2,772.64. And I'm like, okay. But I told the boys, I said, well, we got this hospitality shit, right? I said, now, maybe Dave Chappelle will show up. Maybe he won't show up. I really don't know if he will show up or not. But at the very least, we're going to have, maybe rub elbows with some of these other rich fuckers. Maybe we'll see a celebrity or two because we're going to have this hosting with food. I said it'll probably just be hors d'oeuvres and, shit like that. And they're going to give us merchandise and like T-shirts and shit like that. And and it'll probably be at a room there at the venue.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get your tickets right away. So, and you don't know who you're buying from. When you get from a third-party marketplace like SeatGeek, you don't know who's selling you those tickets.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about SeatGeek. Like it's nice and cheap, but you don't know what's going to happen with your tickets.
Exactly. So I got an email that my seats would be coming. My package is through Premium Seats USA. And I'm like, okay, so this is a business. It's okay, fine. So Premium Seats USA, I reached out to them. I'm like, when should I expect my tickets? Because I also didn't find out till after I hit that purchase button that is non-refundable. Because I bought 3 seats, there was no guarantee the 3 seats would be together. They said that the 3 seats would be in the same row, but they could not guarantee the seats would be together. And they're going to be within the first 15 rows. I'm like, okay. So, and it's still at this time, I'm telling the boys, I'm like, okay, well, we'll see. We still got this hospitality. I said, we'll go ahead and we'll, rub shoulders with the rich folk and we'll, this part of their Christmas present. And I was like, we'll eat and drink. And even if we don't sit together, it'll still be fun. And then I'm like, okay, where's my tickets? Where's my tickets? Where's our itinerary? So then I get this box in the mail and I got 3 packages, right? What came in this box was 2 posters that were the size of a notebook. Like if you tore a piece of paper out of a notebook, 2 posters that were the size of a notebook.
Okay.
2 of them, not 3, but okay. 3 cheap bags, like think of a smaller size gym bag that had Chappelle's C on there.
Okay.
And 3 cups, 3 of those like metal hot cold cups that you could fill and, so you don't waste plastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So no T-shirts, no sweatshirts, no, okay, this is their merchandise, but I'm still not like I got fucked because I'm like, okay, so wait until we see what the tickets are. But now I'm starting to get it in the back of my mind. Who the fuck is this Premium Seats? So I looked him up on the Better Business Bureau. And I'll be damned, on the Better Business Bureau website, there are other people that were complaining they got a Diamond Deluxe package that ended up being the hospitality was a dinner reservation where they were seated by themselves. They weren't even with other people that had gotten the package. Their itinerary was the address of the restaurant. The merchandise, and this is like all of their complaints on the Better Business Bureau website. So now I'm getting prickly. Now I'm like, oh, I think I got fucked. Okay, so we're gonna see how this plays out. And I emailed this Premium Seats USA, who is based in Florida.
Oh God.
And I asked them, Okay, so I got your package in the mail with this cheap merchandise. Thank you very much. I only got 2 posters, not 3, because I was tied up in that, you're going to fucking charge me $2,700. You could at least send me the correct number.
Yeah.
But okay. And they're like, well, your tickets will come like a day or 2 before the show. And I was like, okay. And they said the rest of the information will come later. So then, like, right after that, I get an email about my VIP package. And it said, tickets are transferred 24 to 48 hours before the show. Your pre-show hospitality is held at, and it gave me the address of a restaurant, Saturday, December 31st at 6:45 p.m. Now, remember, that's New Year's Eve.
Yes.
6:45 p.m. The venue fucking opens at 7:30.
Oh, my God.
Table for 3. And I'm like, I emailed them back and I said, am I to understand this really isn't a gathering of VIP people? There's no real hospitality. Your concept of an itinerary is an address at a restaurant that I would never take my children to. They don't know my kids are fucking 19 and 27, but I would never take my children to. Prepaid for $300. I could spend up to $300 for my family, for us 3 at this restaurant. But if you don't spend $300, you don't get anything back. They're paying the restaurant and making a reservation. I said, am I to understand that is what you're considering an itinerary and a hospitality? There is no gathering at the venue. There is no like, okay, you do this, you guys do a social hour, you shake hands with somebody, nothing. You made a dinner reservation, you gave me an address, and you prepaid. That's it. So.
Oh, my God.
So I said, and now I'm finding out that you are not guaranteeing we're even going to be sitting together. And I'm like, am I missing something? And so they replied, oh, no, the pre-show hospitality, it will include food and beverage at an upscale location that they made the reservation at. It's not with other people. And the merchandise, sorry, I was disappointed. And here was their first mistake, because I knew I was on the right track. They said, if you're disappointed, what we can do is we can give you a $300 Visa gift card and for the dinner. So skip the dinner, and a $75 Visa gift card for the merchandise that you're unhappy with. So I'm like, okay, $375 they're offering me back from the $2,700. And I'm like, all right. Well, let's see what the seats are. If you're going to give us front row seats or whatever. And then they sent me the fucking tickets.
Oh, God.
They were like the 9th row back, and they were selling for $250 on Ticketmaster, that same row. Oh, no. Erica, don't get fucked dry like that, because
Jeez.
I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau because everything's non-refundable. SeatGeek is non-refundable. This company, I started researching the premium seats, USA. They're non-refundable. It turns out they are also a third-party marketplace.
Yeah.
So third-party marketplace selling on a third-party marketplace. And I'm like, okay, no. I am not about to pay, even if they gave me that $375. I'm not about to pay over $2,000 for tickets that are only $250 each. Okay, because now I'm pissy. Now I'm mad. And so I sent them an email. I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. I spelled it all out. I referenced some of their other complaints, and they send me another email. And I said, I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, blah, blah, blah. This was their second fuck up, and this is where I knew I had them. They said, dude, they said, in the spirit of resolution, And
Oh
they would like
fuck!
to move,
Really, the spirit of revolution. All right, they got caught with their pants on. Is what happened.
they would like to move forward amicably without legal measures. And they would like to offer me a refund of $1,520.05. And they said, due to credit card retention policies, we need to reach out for you for your credit card information. Please provide us with your credit card number, your CVC code, your address. Okay. So now I switch over to my business email, right? And I start including my son has a business email under my business. They don't know who the fuck he is.
Oh,
They don't.
I know what you did. I know what you're doing.
So, I got worse than that. You know what I did, but I took it one step further.
Yep.
So I replied from my business email, including my son, and I looked up the founder of SeatGeek, found him on LinkedIn, looked for his pages. He has a personal blog and he has some other websites where he posts things. I went to those things. I found his personal email and I included him in that email. I also had emailed SeatGeek and they had a reference number because I had told SeatGeek, you need to vet your sellers better. Amazon just had a lawsuit about this. Just because you're a third-party marketplace doesn't mean you can allow anybody to sell shit on your website. And so I included SeatGeek again and that reference number all from my business account. And when I get pissy, you want to talk about somebody being a motherfucking Karen, because there was sometimes I pull this shit out of my ass, and it's
to be fair, you're not being a Karen, right? Doing this whole thing, you're not being a Karen.
Oh no, I was right.
No. You're not. You felt you were getting fucked over, and you acted accordingly. This is what happened.
Yeah, and this is where they fucked up because I said, okay, so now you're offering me a refund of over $1,500. What I would like to know is what that was originally for. I want an itemized receipt. I said, because they don't know who we is, we need an itemized receipt showing a breakdown of what that was for. I said, I know what the rest of the $1,200 was for. It was for the 3 tickets that were $250 each and the SeatGeek fees. I get where you're coming up with the $1,200. I want to know where that $1,500 was supposed to go to that you were wanting from me. $300 was for the restaurant, $75 was for the merchandise. I broke it all down. And I said, we need that. I said, and also, you may be able to defraud unsuspecting customers, but I am not one of them. I made a purchase through SeatGeek, who is the third-party platform that I provided my credit card information to. By you coming back to me and asking me for my personal credit card information, you are bypassing SeatGeek's protection that they are providing me. And that is not going to happen. I had a refund in full, like within 24 hours. And then I bought front row tickets for like $1,400.
$1,400 in total?
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
yeah, we were so
dude.
close to fucking Dave Chappelle. We could smell his cigarette smoke and see him sweating.
That is,
we were fucking right there.
You know what? I'm happy. I'm happy you gave them what for, and I'm happy that you got your front row seats in time for that to happen. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we did. The show was the 31st. I think I finally got everything settled on it was the 29th. So, they didn't get to sell those tickets, but I am sorry. And when they did that and looking through the Better Business Bureau complaints, they did that to other people. Well, we offered a partial refund, but they need to provide us with their credit card information. I don't know this Premium Seats. As a matter of fact, when I was researching their website, I also was kind enough to point out all the spelling mistakes that they made on their website. And I included screenshots in one of my emails. that I responded to them. You might want to correct your spelling on your website.
here's the shitty thing. They're probably Indians.
Oh, that ain't shitty. Everybody, it doesn't matter that they're Indian or not.
No. I'm just saying this because I know the people, and I know kind of what the fuck they're gonna do, and they're there's some really dumb motherfuckers out there who just think that they can come over to this country and fuck over people all day. And then they got caught with their pants down.
And you can say that because you are Indian.
Yeah. Once again, I can say that, but yeah, because I'm Indian. But it's one of those things where it's like, that sounds like something some fucking Indians would do. They would make a business to go in and buy tickets in mass from Ticketmaster and then resell them on SeatGeek. That sounds like some shit they would do.
Yeah, and it's like fee on top of fee. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Fee on top of fee, because when I was looking at their website, I'm like, well, fuck, this is a third-party marketplace. And I had no idea that that's who I was going to be buying from. And so SeatGeek was in the wrong. And I'll tell you, if I wouldn't have got my money back, the next step, because I'm this kind of person, I already had everything pulled up and I was ready to file a report with the Consumer Protection Agency in both the state of New York against SeatGeek and in Florida against Premium Seats. And I would have fucking flown to Florida and filed a small claim suit for $2,700. You best be sure I would have jumped on an Allegiant airline and paid $100 to fly to Florida and filed a lawsuit. I absolutely would have.
That'd have been funny.
Absolutely would have. I was so mad because I got fucked. And it wasn't until they started like, oh, well, if you just give us your credit card information, I was like, oh, you done fucked up, you motherfuckers, because I did not give my credit card information to you in the first place. Don't ask me for it now. But my kids thought I was crazy because I did. I went through trying to find the founder's email, and I'm like, no.
In all honesty, that's like
it's a third party website that I made that purchase through. They have a duty to protect their buyers, and that's what Amazon just had a lawsuit about. Amazon just they're appealing, but they just lost a lawsuit. Somebody bought something, I think it was knockoff merchandise or some shit like that, and they sued Amazon, and Amazon's like, oh, well, we're a third-party website. We can't control that. And the courts came back and said, bullshit. You allowed that to be sold on your website. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I got my $2,700. I'm so fucking happy. I was thrilled.
Yeah, oh no, that's
we got
awesome.
to see Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, no, and like, yeah, you had
that was an awesome show.
Wonderful ending to that story, which is great. I'm extremely happy you got to see him.
The bad thing, though,
yeah,
and your audio cut out. I don't know if you can still hear me. The bad thing, though, was parking. Oh my God, trying to get parking there was a damn nightmare. This venue, we thought we had plenty of time, but it was just, it was like every damn parking lot we got filled up right before we got there. And then people were taking Lyft and Uber and stopping like right in the middle of the goddamn street, blocking traffic so they could jump out. But that was probably the worst thing, was the parking. But once we got there and got into the show, it was great fucking seats. Great seats. And actually, they were less than the $1,400. I got insurance on there because the weather had been bad. So I wasn't positive if, something would happen and we would have to go ahead and cancel, or, if we'd be able to make it. So I did get insurance. So they were actually a little cheaper than that. Definitely worth it, though. There was two guys that came on before Dave Chappelle, or two guys that came on, some unknowns that I wasn't sure who they were. Yeah. And then Jon Stewart, and then Dave Chappelle for an hour. And oh my God, he was so motherfucking funny. I love me some Dave Chappelle. I can't repeat half of what he said, but he was a funny fucker. And then he rang in the new year and brought his wife and a bunch of other of his people up on stage. And We were right there for it. I wish they would have let us use our phones. We would have taken pictures, but no phones were allowed. But that's what we did for New Year's, and that was probably, like you said, I wasn't really a Karen, but
No,
it
not at
was
all.
it was
Not at
pretty
all.
darn close. But yeah, I would have fucking flown to Florida if I had to file a lawsuit against them. I was going to get my money back. And when they asked for my credit card info, I knew I had them. So, but that was exciting. I felt like I accomplished something. And next month, I'll accomplish even more because this fucking building that I had bought, this commercial building that became like an albatross across my neck, that is being sold next month. And I will be done with that. So my year is actually starting off pretty damn good. Hopefully yours is starting off a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit better.
Hopefully.
I know both of us, it kind of sucked a little bit. But as for this podcast, I do think that is probably everything that we had. We talked about Christmas. We talked about New Year's, talked about my kitty cat. The only thing we didn't talk about is weight. Last podcast, for one of the last podcasts, we had talked about weight loss. So we'll pick that up next time because I want to hear if you did start back with your exercise program, and I'll let you know how much weight I might have lost. But other than that, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, email ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks, everyone.